Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video I am doing a warm and cozy cinnamon roll and latte nail set which screams fall. I'm so excited, so let's get started. So I have an acrylic nail set on with 3 weeks of growth and I will do a polygel fill-in, but first I need to file the gel polish off. Just a disclaimer, I have to say I am not a certified professional, so please take everything I do or say with a grain of salt. I rarely do fill-ins, so I watched a few tutorials to get an understanding of what I'm doing. So I'm using a barrel bit and carefully file the gel polish off. I'm filing with caution and gentleness when the barrel is near my natural nail. So the gel polish has been filed off completely, but I do have some lifting, so it is very important that I remove that before doing an overlay. If lifting is left untreated, then the nail is prone to trapping moisture and creating a welcoming environment for bacteria, and you can get a greenish tint on your natural nail, also known as the greenies. So any lifting should come off easily since it is no longer attached to the nail bed. And again, I am very cautious as the barrel is very close to my natural nail. If I were to have a dark acrylic color on, it would be hard to see if I have any lifting or pockets. So I am very glad I have a light color where I'm able to see through. So next I'm getting my cuticle area ready. I am taking a wooden cuticle stick and pushing back my cuticles. By pushing back my cuticles, I am exposing more of my nail bed, giving me more room to work with. And pushing back my cuticles remove the dead skin, allowing the products to bond better, and resulting into long-lasting nails. So I'm taking a flame cuticle bit to do additional cleanup and removal of the dead skin. I'm very gently just sweeping it away, and you'll see that it'll open up the pockets. So this entire process using drills, I'm doing it ever so gently. So removing the eponychium is completely optional. It is not required. I remove my eponychium because I like how clean the nails look at the end. And I'm just cutting the white part only. I don't cut much compared to like a Russian manicure. So now I'm using a ball pit and I'm cleaning the side walls and cleaning around the cuticle, removing any dead skin. Next, I'm removing the debris with a cleaning brush. I'm making sure the nail is clean before continuing with the next step. So I'm using Jello Peel Off Base Coat. I don't plan to keep my nails on for a long time. A peel off base coat helps remove the nails easily and quickly. To remove the nails, I just add drops of the 1 Kill Remover, which is an oil, and it dissolves the base coat. So you might have heard of this peel off coat. It's quite popular among nail content creators. Nail content creators create nails very frequently, so it's time saving and prevents nail damage when constantly changing nails. But if you want to keep your nails on for a long time, then just use a regular base coat. So this is gel based, so it is required to cure them under the nail lamp for 30 seconds. So next I'm going to fill in the nails with a clear polygel from Beetles. I dip my brush into isopropyl alcohol so the polygel won't stick to my brush as I'm patting it. So the Beetles clear polygel has a runny consistency. It's not my favorite clear polygel, but since I've used it numerous times, I've gotten the hang of using a runny polygel. So I make sure to clean and pat the sides and build a nice and smooth apex and blend and pat towards the free edge. So I'm curing each nail under my nail lamp for 30 seconds. I used to do a thick application near the cuticle area, but I have gotten a lot better at making it thinner, but also keeping a strong apex structure. So I did mention earlier that I have acrylic nails on. I don't do acrylic nails. I got them done, and when the nail tech was applying the nail tips, I noticed that she did not properly glue them on. There are gaps, mostly on my right hand. I was very nervous because I thought I was going to get the greenies, but so far I don't see nothing yet. But I got my nails done while on vacation. It's been years since I've gotten them done, but I paid attention to tips and tricks that the nail tech did, and I'm definitely incorporating that into the way that I do my nails. And I will be also doing my right hand, but off camera. My right hand will also be included in this fall nail set. So once the nails are cured, the polygel leaves a sticky residue. To remove the sticky residue, I'm wiping it away with an alcohol wipe. Next, I'm going to shape and file the nails. I'm using Macart 100 180 grit file. I have a paper towel placed underneath so that the dust falls on it, making the cleaning process easier. I really want to buy a nail dust collector, which basically catches and sucks all the dust particles. So I like to start off by filing the sides and free edge to form a square shape. Afterwards, I start filing around the cuticle area and then work my way up towards the apex, then towards the free edge. So a buffer is very essential, especially after using a coarse file. The buffer smooths the file marks made by the coarse file. It prevents the gel polish from bleeding, and it helps a smooth gel polish application. So I make sure to buff every section. I don't want to miss a section. Then I'm taking an alcohol wipe, removing the dust. I need clean nails in order to do the nail art. First off, I'm starting by making the 3D cinnamon rolls. I'm grabbing 3D sculpting gel, and I'm very aware that touching gel with my bare hands is not a good idea. It can cause allergic reactions. So, with that said, please don't do what I'm doing. I'm adding a creamy gel polish onto the 3D sculpting gel and mixing it. It does affect the consistency of the sculpting gel, so I'm not going to add a lot. Because I added gel polish to it, it is in fact stickier. Then I'm going to roll the sculpting gel. Once it is thinly rolled out, I'm going to roll it from one side like so, and you get the cinnamon roll. I did practiced off camera a few times, so please know that it is not my first time trying this. I've had a few fails. Next, I'm creating the filling. So I'm gonna mix matte top coat with nutmeg powder. This is optional. I understand some people don't like using food ingredients into nails. So you can mix like brown glitter, dipping powder, or acrylic powder, whatever you want. And can I just say that nutmeg smells so good? It's a very cozy smell. I'm using a thin brush to apply it onto the inside of the rolls, like so. Next, I'm making the frosting. I'm adding a milky white gel polish onto the nail form, and I will mix it with a white acrylic powder to get a thicker consistency. So I will place the frosting right on top, center of the cinnamon roll, and I will cure it for 30 seconds. So on my middle and ring nail, I will create an aura design using the same color I made the cinnamon roll with. So to create an aura design, I'm taking a sponge and dabbing the gel polish into a circular shape. It's barely visible, but that's okay because we are going to build it. And I am going to cure between each coat. So for each coat, I am dabbing the gel polish into a slightly smaller circular shape than the previous one. That will give the impression of a soft blended out look of an airbrush. So I made different sized cinnamon rolls. I'm not going to use them all, but I have many sizes to choose from. So on my ring nail, I'm adding rhinestone glue gel and just place a cinnamon roll right there. And I will cure that for 30 seconds. So I have these adorable brown colored stickers. We have some bows, hearts, and bears. I purchased it from Amazon. I will provide the link for your convenience down below in the description box. So I'm choosing the heart with a crisscross design and place that below the cinnamon roll. So I'm pressing the sticker down, making sure the sides are attached onto the nail. Next, I'm using cream gel from Model 1s. I'm taking a glittery brown color from the palette and just apply it around the nail. So right above the cinnamon roll on the side, I am placing 3 brown caviar beads. I will flash cure that. By the way, I purchased this lamp at Target for $4. It was on sale and I had no idea if it was going to work or not, and it's honestly a steal because it works really well. But I have only used it for a week so far. So on my middle nail, I am placing the bear backpack on the top portion in a slightly slanted position. And right below the sticker, I will add another cinnamon roll and flash cure that. Then I will go in with more of the brown glitter cream gel around the nail. So on my pinky and index nail, I will create an aura design as well, but this time I will be using the chocolate colored gel polish from Beetles. Since the shade is much darker, I won't need as much coats. On these two nails, I will draw latte art, so I'm brushing brown gel polish straight from the bottle into a small oval shape. And I will not cure that yet. I'm taking a dotting tool and placing it into the cream colored gel polish, and I'm dotting 2 pairs of dots. Then with a thin brush, I'm dragging inwards in between the dots. Then to make it look like a leaf, I will slightly drag the dot outwards, and I'm going to flash cure that. I will do the same thing on my index nail. You know, the beauty of latte art is that you can do as many leaves as you want or different designs that you want. I've seen videos of baristas do different designs like swans, tulips, so you can draw whatever floats your boat. So I'm taking the brown glitter cream gel again and brush it around the nail, focusing on the outside of the latte art. Then I will add more of the cream gel polish and chocolate gel polish around the latte as if it's milk and espresso mixing together, like so. So I will flash cure that before working on my last nail. So on my thumbnail, I will do a checker design. I'm applying the cream gel polish onto the entire nail, and I'm making sure to apply a generous amount. So I will cure the first coat. Before proceeding with a second coat. Okay, the second coat is cured, so I'm using a thin long brush to draw straight lines. So using a thin long brush is key to draw straight lines. You always want to make sure you're using the correct brushes. So I'm dipping it into the chocolate gel polish and draw 3 lines going up and down. Then I will draw 3 lines going left to right. I'm trying to draw the lines the same distance apart. Then all that's left is filling in the squares. So after I'm done filling in the squares, I will cure it. Then I will go back in and draw everything once more to just intensify the color. It's a bit opaque and uneven to my liking. So I'm using the chocolate gel polish to ever so slightly stain the cream colored squares. I felt as if it was too bright. So I cured my thumbnail for 30 seconds. My ringnail feels incomplete. Something is missing, which is why I'm going to make whipped cream. So I'm rolling out sculpting gel. I did add white gel polish and mixed it into the sculpting gel. And as you can see, it takes me more than one attempt to create whipped cream. So I am rolling it out, then starting from one side, I'm rolling it inwards. Then I'm checking to see if it's not too big for my nail. I think it's perfect. So after curing the whipped cream, I am placing rhinestone glue gel to adhere the whipped cream on. And I will cure that on. And I will add one more thing, and that's a heart sticker right on my thumbnail. I will place it on the center. So for the final step, I will seal everything in and apply top coat. Making sure to seal in the sticker so it won't lift. I don't want it to pull on my hair. Same goes for the cinnamon rolls. So after curing the nails for 30 seconds, here are my nails. This is the final outcome. And these are the designs I did on my right hand. What do you guys think? So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And one more thing. In honor of today's video, I baked something that's perfect for the occasion. So make sure you stay until the end to see it. Until next time, bye guys.